Okay. Hey guys, welcome to our Life to the Full team page. I'm so happy to see everybody on here. And I have a little plainness going on here, as in from a plane, because I literally just walked in my door 15 minutes ago from JFK, from Phoenix, Arizona, and Plexus headquarters. So welcome to our team call, and I'm going to give you guys a little bit of info about just what I was doing in Phoenix, and then we're going to talk about our topic tonight, which is letting the no be your starting point, okay? So first of all, I was in Phoenix, Arizona at Plexus headquarters for the last couple of days, and it was incredible. Basically, Plexus has this incentive called Silver Stars. It's a Silver Stars trip, and it's basically, it's an every month kind of thing. This isn't just a contest every once in a while. This is something that anybody can earn in any single month, but anybody below Jewel level, and it's basically for 3 people every month who help the most people go silver. Okay, and what is going silver? Silver is just helping everybody get their products covered, basically helping you find 3 people to be accountable, to do this with you, to get their health goals, make their health goals happen, and earn between $175 and $420 in the process. And so the mission of our team is that everybody would be able to find their health, right? And number 2, that nobody would have to pay full price for their health products to find their health. And so since that's the mission of our team, it's something that we have been working really hard on the past few months. And a result of that is winning a trip like this, Silver Stars. So this is the type of thing that anybody can win. People who are silver can earn this. People who are gold can earn this. I earned it in May by helping I think we had 7 people that month go silver. So it's totally attainable. And if this is something that you would ever want to try to go for, like, hey, I'm going to get some friends to join me and I want to help them go silver. It's so worth it. Basically what happens is this is an all expense paid trip to Plexus headquarters for you and a guest. So my husband went with me. They booked the flights for us. They paid for the flights. They put us up in this amazing resort that is so gorgeous. It's actually like a name place like in Arizona. It's one of people come from all over the country to go to the spa there. We got to go to the spa there, completely paid for by Plexus. We got to tour the home office. We got to sit in Tarl, who's one of the presidents. We got to sit in his office and just like chit chat with him. And he asked us about our journeys. And we got to have lunch with Tarl and some of the other executives, Genevieve and Lana, who is the head of incentives. We got Alexis. And then we got to have dinner with Janice Jackson, who is one of the executives. We got to have dinner with a new lady. Her name is Kim, and she literally just started in Plexus 3 weeks ago on the corporate side, and she's head of government relations. And Janice and Kim both came from over 20 years experience in another network marketing company where they have been on the corporate side for almost 30 years. And hearing them talk about Plexus and how excited they are about it was a huge treat for me. Literally, so this girl, Kate, and I both won, and she is also on Jennifer Leith's team. So she's sort of like a distant cousin of mine, basically, in as far as this is concerned. But we were sitting there sharing our stories at dinner, and she has an amazing story about an autoimmune condition. And I was sharing my testimony about my enlarged thyroid. And she was like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to share like your story with people. Like, do you mind sending me that picture so I can share it? I was like, absolutely. And this new lady, Kim, who has spent almost 30 years in another company on the corporate side, was like, this is so unusual. It's so unusual that you're on different teams and that you would be supporting each other and sharing things with each other. And Janice said to her, she's like, yes, it's so different from other network marketing companies. She's like, do you know that the leaders, the diamonds, that they'll do trainings for other diamonds teams? And she was blown away. That's the one Plexus culture that we have here, you guys. That is what makes our company so different. is that there's this one plexus culture and feeling that even if it's not benefiting me, we all care about people finding their health. We care about people feeling better, about people succeeding. So even if it's not directly affecting me, I want to help people. And also, when the company does well, we all do well. We get amazing products, we get even better bonuses, like all of these different things. So we just have this amazing one plexus culture. It was so awesome to see that just trickle down from the top. Of course, we have an amazing team with your leaders here, then with Megan and Alita and Amber and Jennifer and all of these amazing people. But to know that that's literally coming from the top, from the presidents and the executives, that just this culture of wanting to teach people to do the right thing, wanting to empower others, wanting to be held accountable for what they're doing and have integrity, like it was just amazing. And one of the other really cool things, we had a driver in the Plexus van, which was super fun. It's a big van that's just Plexus on the side, and they drove us to headquarters and everything. And the driver, he does other things around. I think he works in the warehouse and stuff, but he's driving us to lunch. And you guys, because there was only 2 of us who got to go this month, Tarl actually rode in the van with us. And Lana said that he's never ridden in the van with anybody before. And he was like, oh, hey, do you have room? Can I ride in the van with you guys? So it was like so cool. He's like sitting in the back seat with us, just chilling, like on the way to lunch. Anyway, but we get to lunch and he asked the driver, Johnny, he's like, Johnny, are you coming into lunch with us? And he's asking about his kids. So here he has over 400 employees working in Plexus headquarters in the warehouse. He knows this guy by name. He's a driver. He works in the warehouse. He knows about his kids and he wants him to come and have lunch on this thing. It's not just like, oh, these winners and the executives. It's like, no, you're here. You have lunch with us too. So I love these guys. And the more I learn about the company and the people who are up there at the top leading the way, the more just encouraged I am, inspired I am, and like just convinced that I'm in the right place for me and my family. So it was incredible. We learned about the quality control they do for our products, the way that they ship things out. It's amazing to see all those things. And the building is like gorgeous. So they did all these amazing things for us. We learned so much. We got to just feel that culture and it was incredible. So if anybody wants to go for this, please talk to me because this is possible. Here I am, your friend Allie. I grew up in New Jersey. I live in Connecticut. And I just hit Ruby a couple months ago and I earned this trip and you guys can earn it too. So please just say, hey, that's something I want to go for because it is worth it for just a couple day trip. And they do all of this stuff for you. They make you feel like royalty. And the statistics show that almost every single person who earns silver stars goes on to become a jewel. So that investment that they're putting on you is totally worth it. So I just wanted to share you guys with that. We'll probably have Tim come on in a couple weeks on our call to share kind of his experience as the husband and the guest and sort of what he took away. So that may be a good time if you want to pull your husbands on to be like, let them maybe ask him some questions or him to just share a little bit about what he took away from it. Just like from that perspective as the husband. So, okay, I'm going to get into our topic for tonight, but I just wanted to share some of that. And you guys will be seeing more posts on my page and on the team page about just some of the things we learned and the things that I'm excited about for this company, but it is amazing. So yeah, I don't know exactly what week it will be, but in the next couple of weeks. So, okay. So tonight we are talking about letting the no be your starting point. And Alexis made me a beautiful graphic, which was very exciting because I get these like big ideas and then I'm like voice message her like 1 or 2 things. And then she makes this graphic. I'm like, you just get me. Thank you very much. So it's really fun when people on our team and our friends we can let everybody use their gifts. And that's what this team is all about. So if you have something you want to add where you're like, hey, I'm good at this, or hey, I'm really interested in learning about this. Jess made for us a really amazing, just info sheet comparing different probiotics to each other. Brandy's done experiments. Emily has shared amazing ways about the send, share, and invite method. And she is amazing at follow-up and retention. So everybody brings something to the table here. And so whatever you have, please share that with us and let us pull you in and be involved in something because we all have our gifts. Okay, so the no is only the beginning. This is like something that is totally against everything that we feel and everything that we think, right? Because nobody wants to hear the word no. All my life, I used to be like so afraid to ask people things, to ask people to do favors for me or help me out with things. And my dad used to always say, well, he still says it. He's like, just ask. The worst they could say is no. Right? Like the worst they could say is no. But no, that feels like pretty bad. It feels like the end. Like, oh no, I can never ask for anything again. Or, oh, I was rejected. Or, oh, I'm a failure. And we place like our identity on this word no for whatever it is, or on just the idea of no, on the idea that I'm not going to make it in the time that I wanted to, or I'm not going to get the response that I want. And we let our identity be tied to other people's responses, and we let that hold us back from starting. So whether you're thinking about sharing Plexus and doing this as a business, or sharing it with friends because you know that they have health goals they want to reach, or getting your products covered, or whatever, or whether it's a totally different goal, we all hold ourselves back by thinking about that potential failure. But what I want us to do is think about if we could shift our mindset to think, what if the no is not the end? Right? What if the no is actually the starting point? It's the block that we push off of to get going. So I started thinking about this because Bob Heilig did this great video last week, and he talked about this. He talked about letting the no be your starting point, going for the no sooner. Because what happens is a lot of other companies, people will, they'll reach out to you, you say no, and then they stop talking to you altogether. Or maybe you join them, maybe you order something from them, and then you decide, no, I don't want to do this anymore. And that's it. They kind of leave you hanging. That's not what we want to be about, right? That's not what we want to be about here with Plexus or on this team. We care about people. And so when somebody gives us a no, or when we say no to somebody, that doesn't mean the relationship ends. It means now is our chance to show them that we're still the same person we've always been. We do care about them. And that as they continue to see our journeys, as they continue to see us post, or even hear us talk about it, they know, wow, they still care about me just the same, even though I said no. And that eventually they may change their mind. There have been so many people where even though they told me, no, I don't want more info, or no, I'm not interested in it right now, I still reach out to them. I still, hey, oh my gosh, I saw those pictures of your kids. They're so cute. Oh my goodness, happy birthday. Like all of these things, because I care about people. I care about engaging with people. And when we do that, when we make those, what Bob Heilig calls like relationship deposits, and just adding value to people, letting them know that they're important and their opinions matter and their goals matter, and they matter to us, whether they're somebody we've known for a long time or sort of even just a brief acquaintance, letting us know that they mean something to us in some capacity, is now we're getting to build up that relationship to the point where that no is not really a no. It's just a not right now. And so if we can change our mindset to think, okay, I asked them, hey, you want to hear about the stuff I'm doing? And they said no, or not right now. Okay, well, let me just keep going. Let me keep going with relationships. So the other day, I went running, and my goal was to run 5 miles because I'm trying to train for a marathon. Hopefully my IT bands hold up. And I was running, and it was during this heat wave, right? We're having this up here in Connecticut too with the humidity, and it was so hot. And normally I actually really enjoy running in the heat. I love the sun soaking all that in, and I like just running in it because I like to push myself. I like feeling like I can accomplish something. But this was hot, and this was the first time I've ran that distance in a while, and it was hard. And I had, even though I had this, okay, I'm going to get to 5 miles. I'm going to get to 5 miles. Let me listen to my sermon. Let me listen to the music that drives me. I had to stop, and I hate to stop when I run. I had to stop a few times, stretch it out a little bit, drink some water, and then get going. And let me tell you what, I had every reason to just stop and stop for good because it was hot. My leg was bothering me a little bit. But I kept going. I kept restarting, and I kept going for it. And there's this weird thing that happened when all of a sudden I almost hit that 5 mile mark. So here I was at the 2 mile, at the 3 mile, feeling like maybe I should just stop at 3 miles today and leave it at that. That's fine. I have all these reasons. But something happened when I hit that 5 mile mark where all of a sudden it was like, oh, I hit that. Like, how far can I go beyond it? And if you've ever done something where it was hard to get to that goal and then you hit the goal, and now all of a sudden it's like almost like this competition with yourself, like, okay, well, can I do one more mile? Or can I sprint it out to the top of the hill? Or can I do this? And it's like all of a sudden this fire awakens in us to see, well, how much further can I go? How much more can I do? And thinking about this idea of letting no be our starting point just really hit me in that moment of this run, feeling like, that's sort of like hearing the word no. It's like we hold off and we give ourselves all the excuses to not ask people, to not get started on what we're dying to do, to not say, hey, I know that you've been suffering from this and I would love to tell you a little bit more about Plexus. Would you watch this video if I sent it to you, right? But we get so worried about not making it. We give ourselves every reason. You know what? That person, they're not going to like me, or they're going to unfriend me, or they're going to tell all these people that I'm that girl who's just trying to make money, or those products aren't real, or all these things that we think people are going to say, and we give ourselves the excuses to not even ask, to not even go. Oh, we just lost my earring, getting excited, to not even go for the no. But there's something magical that happens if we make the goal getting the no, or just getting the answer, just making the ask, where all of a sudden it lights this fire where it's like, okay, that wasn't so bad. And now I can use that as a starting point to see how much further can I go. So just like when I hit that 5 mile mark, and all of a sudden I was dragging up to that point, and then I hit it and I was like, all right, because now I'm past the goal. Now I'm beating the goal. Now I'm seeing how much further can I go. And so if we can switch our mindset to think the no is just the start. The no is not the end game. The no does not determine whether you succeeded or failed. And the no is not tied to your identity or your purpose or your worth or anything like that. The no is merely a starting point. It's a first ask to say, hey, can I give you a little bit more information? And a no really just means not right now. It's no for this moment. We have so many amazing people on our team with amazing testimonies of how their health was completely transformed. People on our teams whose finances were completely transformed by this business. And they said no for months and months and months. I believe that Alita, you guys heard from Alita, was it last week? Last week. She said no to Jennifer for 18 months. She said no. Could you imagine if Jennifer would have just, after that first no, completely just stopped talking to Alita and was afraid to even approach her as a friend anymore because she said no and she felt like her identity and their friendship was all wrapped up in that no? Well, first of all, Alita would have never had amazing results on these products. She would never have a business where now she's about to hit diamond this month and she's able to support her 4 kids as a single widowed mother. And their friendship would be different. But because Jennifer said, like, that first no is not tied to my identity, it doesn't define our relationship, and it's not the end. It's actually just the beginning. Now she has this chance to just breathe life into her friend, to share with her, to show her that she cares about her. And then Alita decided, you know what? I see the value in this. I see the value in the products. And I think that we need these. And then later on, she saw the value in the business. And thank the Lord she did, because it's changed her family's life. Jennifer herself, she shared a couple weeks ago with us as well. And her story is similar, that she blocked her friend on Facebook because she just had all of these weird feelings that came up with seeing her friend share about these products. And then later on, she comes back and she has amazing results with the products. And then she's a diamond in this company. She won the One Plexus Award. So one of the things I absolutely love about Plexus, I love about this business, I love about this community, is that it's not just about this. This stuff that we learn, this stuff that we're applying to our lives, it affects every area of our life, right? Think about a goal that you've had. A goal for me, I wanted to be, I've thought about for years, I'm going to go back to school either for nursing, to be a nutritionist, or I just want to become like a personal trainer or group fitness instructor, one of those things, because I'm super passionate about health and wellness and fitness. Guys, I thought about this for 7 years. 7 years. I sat there. I've researched every program. I researched every personal training online and in my area, but I just never did it because I was afraid of, well, what if I don't make it through? Or what if this isn't the right decision? And I never actually went for it. being a part of the Plexus community, being a part of these business, getting my health changed from these products, you guys have heard me say it, started a domino effect that made me decide to just go for the things that I wanted to do, to let that be my starting point, even though there's the potential to not make it. Even though there's the potential to fail, even though there's the potential for people to say to me, why are you going for that now? Like, you have 4 kids and you do this as a job. Why are you going to start this? And to go for it anyway. And you know what happened? Last year, I ran my first half marathon. This year in January, I reached out to a person that was a stranger. I saw her speak at a conference I went to for homeschooling, and I would have never reached out to somebody like that. And I saw that she taught group fitness classes, and I reached out and I said, hey, I see that you teach these classes. You don't know me, but I heard you speak at this convention, which was amazing, this practicum for homeschooling. And I just wondered, like, how did you go about this? And would you be willing to help me out? And she said yes. And she took me under her wing, and I was able to get certified as a Les Mills body combat instructor. I teaching my own class. And this was it took me a couple months. And this was something 7 years in the making, because I was afraid of failing. I was afraid of reaching out to somebody. I was afraid of asking for help. So whatever it is that you're afraid of asking for, if you're afraid of sharing your story or just sharing this information, maybe you're poking around on the Plexus Wellness group and you're seeing these testimonies and thinking about, oh my goodness, I have this friend who has autoimmune, or I have this friend with diabetes, or I have this family member with high blood pressure, or I have this person who just wants more energy, or I know this mom would be amazing at this business. And yet you're afraid to just share it with them because you're afraid they're going to say no. Let me just encourage you. Let's switch our mindset to say the no is literally step 1. The no is the point where we're giving them the option. We're planting the seed. And now it's there. Now they get to say yes or no. And then we continue to just love on them, to add value in the way that we post on Facebook or when we're around people. We want to be people who breathe life into others, right? That's why our team page is called Life to the Full, becoming who you were made to be, because my whole passion, our passion, is just for people to know that they are that they can become who they want to be, and that we want to breathe life into them, whether it's about their health or their products or their goals in life or their parenting or anything else. So, okay. Does anybody have any questions? Maybe about this whole idea of having people say no, of reaching out to people, of going for goals, or about your products or anything else? I would love to just open it up for the last couple minutes if anyone has any questions or anything they want to add. Anybody? Okay.
Nice shirt.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't even realize you jumped on here. So this was in so Tim and I both got a nice Plexus swag bag. When we were there, they gave us a bag and it had all kinds of goodies in it. And the shirt was in there and this hat.
Oh, that's so fun. I love it.
Yeah, it was really fun. And some other things that may come out as, little prizes and fun things that maybe we'll have going on the team page. So keep an eye out for that. Anybody else? Okay. If not, I just want to let you guys know that you can do this. And by this, I mean any single thing that you've been thinking about. If it's getting started with your health, if it is going for that 5K, I'm going to give a little shout out to Amber here because she ran her first 5K last week and it was amazing. You could see her posts on it. And so shout out to her for doing that, Amber, because right, it's getting started. That is the hard part. And so many times we don't get started because we're just afraid of what that initial outcome is going to be. And we don't even realize that when we just get started, it's opening the door to so many opportunities, to so many different things, to learn more, to feel more, to build more relationships. And so don't be afraid to go for it. Let that first interaction, the first start, the first question, the first no be your starting point. So I love all of you guys. I'm so appreciative for all of you guys jumping on here. Also, I just wanted to mention, if anybody here has friends who have tried Plexus, who had been ordering, and maybe they sort of took a break, maybe they fell off a little bit because of summer, that there are some fun incentives going on right now. If somebody hasn't ordered in a while, and you want to get started again, so please reach out to me or to whoever your sponsor is, just so that we can try to help you get restarted. Okay, it's never feel like you have to. Like if you stop for some reason, there's no shame in that. Okay, so if you have any friends or anything who have sort of that's happened, please just let us help them get back on track, to hear what their goals are, and to reevaluate. Maybe you didn't hit the goals that you thought you were going to, or your expectations weren't met. Let's please reevaluate what your goals were. We can talk to you about products, and we talked a little bit about that last week, so I won't go in further detail, but that door is always open. So please let us know if you have anybody who needs help with that, or you yourself. I just want to thank you guys so much for jumping on here, for listening. I'm excited to continue to share with you guys everything that kind of I heard at Silver Stars, and to see some people on this team earn it, because I know that every single one of you are capable of this, of earning Leaders Retreat, which is coming up. We have triple points going on for a little bit longer. And so if you have any questions about those things, please let me know, because I am here to help you reach all your goals. I am here to see you succeed and to cheer you on. So please just let me know, because that's what I thrive off of. That's what I live for. And that's really why I do this. Okay. It's just to help all of you guys. So I love you guys. Thank you so, so much. And I hope that you all have a great rest of your night.